65 years ago, Nigeria gained independence from the British colonial masters. It was a joyful moment for the people of the country, most especially the early nationalists who fought tooth and nail to achieve such a great feat. Besides providing an opportunity for self-governance, independence also provided avenues for Nigerians to take over the administration of the huge human and natural resources the country is blessed with and harness such potentials for the growth of the nation. Those who assumed leadership positions in Nigeria immediately after independence, including Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Obafemi Awolowo, had strong beliefs in the country and its people.
We do not intend to align ourselves as a matter of routine with any of the power blocs. We are committed to uphold the principles upon which the United Nations organization is founded. Fourthly, Nigeria hopes to work with other African states for the progress of Africa and to assist in bringing all African territories to a state of responsible independence.
The people of Nigeria and the people of Britain for this happy culmination of a political adventure which began in Nigeria less than 100 years ago. In the years that lie ahead, those of us who have the good fortune to lead our people will need statesmanship of a high order and God's guidance in managing the affairs of our country for the benefit of every Nigerian citizen.
For 25 years of my life, I fought for the freedom of Nigeria. Nigeria will attain independence on October 1, 1960. So it makes no difference to me whether the Sardauna or Balewa or Chief Awolowo or myself will become the first prime minister. So long as Nigeria is free, I'll be satisfied.
Sadly enough, the day of self-governance did not last long following the military incursion into the country's politics. The long years of military intervention in this political space was a trying period in the history of Nigeria. This was closely followed the civil war that shook the very fabrics and existence of the country. Nigeria, however, survived these daunting challenges and remained one indissoluble entity. 65 years down the line, many are getting delusional about what the future holds for the country. With the current economic reality and security situation, among other challenges confronting the nation, Professor Ademola Adeleke, Osun State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, believes that successive leaders in Nigeria have failed to harness the enormous human and material resources the nation is blessed with for its growth and development.
Nigeria is blessed as a country. We have what it takes to take us to where we want to be. But what I think we should begin to look at is how to tap our resources that are hidden and then have a proper coordination of our resources and our expenditure. I'm sure Nigeria will be great. We tend to rely so much on importation. We are not developing other sectors. We rely so much on oil. I think the country should now be looking greatly into the area of agriculture, area of what we can do locally, so that we reduce our dependency on importation. By the time we do that, we'll begin to have our naira getting stronger.
A public affairs analyst, Dr. Soji Akinpelu, is of the view that Nigeria still has a long way to go, especially in the area of economic development and poverty alleviation.
When we started in 1960, we know how things were. That was the era of the Awolowos, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Tafawa Balewa and Sardauna. And they gave their best to this country. And the only thing I see is that those people did their best for this country. They were not amassing wealth. They were not taking the riches of this country. They worked for the country, to become a nation. And I will give kudos to all of them.
Similarly, two legal practitioners, Mr. Bode Babalola and Mr. Moses Obaditon, identified lack of quality and visionary leadership as the bane of the country. They spoke on the need for Nigerian leaders to develop sound economic policies that will help ameliorate the sufferings of the people and rekindle the hope of Nigerians in the country again.
Well, I would say we have not done too badly. And I would not say we have done very well. We have not. Our founding fathers did their very best, but maybe out of inability to control themselves, they allowed the military to come in. The military truncated democracy which we had then, and that must have affected our pace of development. But if you now look back again, the days of Awolowo and the likes of them, in the short span of the administration, 1966, when the military came, for Awolowo in the West, we can say he was moving very fast, very fast. He was moving very well. And to a large extent, in the North too, they were doing fine, particularly in the area of education. We had our first universities at that time, and the students in those days were enjoying compared to what we have today. But for our politicians who administered the country, I think we could have done much better. But on the whole, I would say we still can do better if we are able to get our acts together and see ourselves as one united country.
And those of us who are privileged to have witnessed the last 60 years here in Nigeria, I would say the last 30 years has not been very good. If I say it's poor, I mean it's poor. Because at the beginning, when this country, Nigeria, were celebrating the independence, if you want to travel from Lagos to Kaduna, you go by rail. And it's as if you are boarding plane. By 1980, from Nigeria to Britain, it's 300 naira. And by the time you come to the middle 90, the story changed a bit. I know I told you from the last 30 years has not been very palatable, because you can't blame the manus in here. Thing has gotten rotten from the beginning, especially the military incursion, the last military incursion, which was Sani Abacha and Abribi. They are responsible because they only came to manage and to loot the treasury. Nobody come to invest. The forefathers, they came. Everywhere you look around, you find textile in Ikeja, you find in Kaduna, you find in Kano, Kofa Masa, if you get to Kano, and many other places you get to Port Harcourt. Everywhere you go, people were investing. We are now a consuming country.
In his reaction, a human rights activist, Comrade Wahid Lawal, noted that Nigeria's situation is not totally hopeless, noting that the fact that the nation has experienced unbroken democracy since 1999 till date and the progress made so far are enough assurances that the future holds so much promises for the country and her people.
We salute the courage of our forefathers who championed the cause of that independence. Leaders of today should emulate what the sacrifice that those people did to make sure that Nigeria were in unity. They should work for Nigerian people. They should let Nigerian people know that they have a country that works for them. They should work on security. The law prescribes that government should provide adequate security for the life and property of the citizens and the welfare of the people. If we are talking of security, there should be no kidnapping anywhere in Nigeria. Government should be able to nick that one in the bud and make sure that we can move freely from the south to the east, from the east to the north and the west. We should all free to move even at the middle of the night till the daybreak. We should have that freedom. So there should be no fear in our mind that, oh, if we are going this place, oh, kidnappers are on the way, the bandits are on the way. So government should be able to work on that for our people. Then economic, that we work for the people. If they ginger the economic, the result will be in a multiple fold.
for our people.
In their separate interviews, Honorable Abdulkarim Afolabi, Prince Bello Adebayo, and Mr. Ahmed Razak said 65 years the milestone in the life of the nation and enough for the country to have gotten it right in the areas of economy, education, health and infrastructure, among others. They called on policymakers to prioritize the interests of the masses above all.
We are not yet where we're supposed to be, economically, politically, and even socially, because our leaders, they are far performing below expectations.
When we look at the plight of education in Nigeria, we are going backward. And when you look at the materials, both stationary materials and textbooks, they are at higher price. The parents are unable to afford procurement of these textbooks for their children.
They, however, express optimism that with the right leadership in place, Nigeria will get to the promised land and achieve the dreams of her founding fathers. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.